Action.
Okay, this time, what we're going to examine are your eyes. No? So my suggestion is if you're going to examine the eyes, you start from the outside, going inside. No? So start with the eyebrows, eyelids, eyelash, and then go in. Okay. So we start. So we examine. So for the eyes, so the eyebrows is black in color. It is well distributed. It is fine to touch, and there are no seborrhea. Okay. Then we go to the eyelids and eyelash. So the eyelids is brown in color. There is no swelling, no edema, no hematoma, no ectropion and entropion. And then the eyelashes are black in color. It is well distributed. The direction of the eyelash is upward and outward in the upper eyelid, and downward and outward for the lower eyelid. Okay. Then the orbits, the orbits are not sunken. There's no, and also the globe, there's no exophthalmos or enophthalmos. Okay, then we palpate the orbits. Okay, pikit ang mata, pilit. So try to check if there's any tenderness, may sakit ba?
Wala naman po.
Okay. Okay, so no tenderness. Then we go to the conjunctiva and the sclerae, so we can simultaneously check it in sa taas. So the palpebral conjunctiva is pinkish in color, no exudates, no discharge, and the sclerae is anicteric. It is well vascularized. Okay, and then we check we go in, we check the cornea and the iris. Okay, tingin sa akin ng diretso. Okay. So, tingin ng diretso sa akin. So, we check the cornea and the iris. So, the cornea is transparent. It is, there's no opacity, there's no foreign body. The iris is round and brown in color. Okay, then let's check the other side. Okay, so the same thing, the cornea is transparent, no opacity, no foreign body, the iris is brown in color. Okay. Then this time we check for the pupils. So for the pupils, we will check for the pupillary light reflex, both the direct and indirect. So we start from the side, going in. Okay, so tingnan diretso sa akin. So let's check the reaction of the, so we have your direct and indirect. So when we say direct, where you shine the light, the pupil should constrict. And then the indirect is the other side should also constrict. So the pupillary light reflection is innervated by two nerves. It is innervated by your optic nerve and your oculomotor nerve. So optic is the sensory component. It's the one that perceives the light, while the oculomotor is the motor component, is the one that constricts the pupil. Okay? So we shine the light. So for direct, we look at the side where we shine the light, it should constrict. While the indirect or consensual light reflex, we take a look at the other side, it should also constrict. So, tingnan diretso sa akin. So coming from the side. Okay. Then we look for the consensual, tingin sa akin. Okay, so the other side, you look at the other side for the constriction. Okay, and then we check for accommodation. Ask the patient to look at look at this. Tapos do not move. Just follow with your eyes. Do not move your head. Okay. Okay. So what do we observe? There is convergence of the eyeball. And if you are going to look, there's also constriction of the pupils. So that is what we call perla. When you say perla, pupils equally reactive to light and accommodation. Okay? Then we go to your visual acuity. So your visual acuity, we have your far. There are two types. You have your far vision and your near vision. So far vision, we use the Snellen's chart, wherein we express it in fractions. So the normal vision is 20/20. The numerator indicates the distance of the patient from the chart, from the eye chart, no? While the denominator signifies the distance where a normal person should be able to read that line of letters. So the higher the denominator, the poorer the vision is. Okay? Then we also have our near vision. So our near vision, we use the Jaeger's chart. So since we don't have available Jaeger's chart, we're just going to ask the patient to read a magazine. Okay? So what we do is ask the patient to cover the left eye, cover your left eye. Okay? And then hawakan mo ito with your other hand. Then basahin mo ito.
Managing parents' stress.
Okay. How about this one?
Vaccine updates for kids.
Okay. So sa other side naman. So ganun ulit. Ha? So cover your right eye. Tapos you hold this with your left. Okay. Tapos stretch. Okay. So, tapos basahin mo.
Bring all 4 boxes to each room and
Okay.
place the items.
Okay. So the patient was able to read the magazine. So if the patient is wearing eyeglass, you first examine the patient without an eyeglass. Okay. And then after that, you let the patient wear the eyeglass. Okay. So next is we're going to do your fundoscopy. So this is your ophthalmoscope. So this is the dial to adjust the diopters, and then we have different apertures. Okay, so different apertures. So there are different apertures. Okay, so but this is how you're going to ikat mo muna.